You have to love the fight in Palm Springs. Offensively right here, they get outside the pocket, and he finds up a wide open Josh Reyes for a first down. I love the fight in Palm Springs right now.
First down and 10 at the 35. The Indians have been in Mustang territory a number of times tonight, but have come away with only the one field goal by Cordero. Nick King was in the quarterback, but he snaps it back to Tiedemann. A little bit of a gadget play. They've got a wide open receiver, and it's just overthrown. He had Michael Greer open at the goal line, but the pass was just a touch too far.
Yeah, the play call was perfect. Gets the ball. Everybody assumes he's going to throw it back to the quarterback and allows the receiver wide open down the middle of the field. It's just overthrown.
But sort of a microcosm of the way things have gone for Palm Springs tonight. Even if it would have been completed, it would have come back on a penalty against the Indians. Have a mark at 5 yards back to the 40-yard line, and some nights it's just not your night. First down and 15 now. 8:19 left to play in the ball game, and Rancho Verde is up big, looking for an undefeated season and a CIF championship, first in school history. And the pass is off the fingertips. Tiedemann looking for Josh Reyes, and the pass bounced off his outstretched arms, and it's incomplete.
I think right there Josh Reyes lost sight of the football because it hits him right in the hands and goes right off his fingertips. Right now, you have Hernandez back in the pocket and seeing him wide open, just balls missed.
Tough break for the Indians there. They looked like they had a potential touchdown.
Excuse me, Tiedemann.
But now it is second down and 15. I tell you, Tiedemann has hung in there tonight. He has had a number of passes bounce off his intended receiver's fingertips, and he's run the ball with authority, but it just hasn't gone right for the young man tonight. And he's going to be sacked by Tyshawn Durgan. That's his second sack of the evening, and he has had a season full of that. That's his 17th sack unofficially on the campaign. Sets a third down and long.
Tyshawn Durgan comes off that right end, pushes the offensive lineman right back into the quarterback and makes a big play. He's been around all night. He's lurking. Anytime they look back to throw a pass, Tyshawn Durgan is right there.
Third down and long. Of course, Palm Springs will go for it on fourth if they're unsuccessful. So try to make some of the yardage back here. Tiedemann trying to buy some time. Now he's going to run with it. Did well to get past the original line of scrimmage. It'll set up fourth down and, well, maybe about 7 or 8, but Tiedemann did well to get what he could here, JJ.
He does. He's looking back to pass. He sees Tyshawn Durgan, which draws him back to the middle, and then he decides to run with the football right there. And kind of elusive, diving over defenders and trying to gain those extra yards.
Wise with a good open field tackle, and now we set up fourth down and 7 inside of 7 minutes to play in the ball game. Palm Springs trying to get one across the goal line for the first time tonight. And Tiedemann looking, throwing. He's got an open receiver. It's King, and King makes the catch at the 5-yard line before he's run out of bounds. Good throw and catch. Tiedemann to Nick King. They're going to mark him out maybe closer to the 8, but what a good throw.
Nicholas King is the outside receiver right here. He runs a go route. He just runs on the outside of this defensive back and is able to get behind him. And Tiedemann just puts it up over in the corner for a nice first down.
King knocked out of bounds at the 7-yard line. Palm Springs was down here in the third quarter, but then turned it over on a fumble, and the give is, I think that's King with the football. but he's smothered around the 5-yard line. A host of tacklers. Chad Mathis was there along with Sonny Salazar. Second down and goal from the 4.
Right there, they tried to run the ball up between the tackles. I think they need to spread this defense out for Palos Verdes and try to just spread them thin and then take advantage in space.
Second and goal from the 4, full house backfield. They run a little reverse on the handoff, and it's going to be a touchdown for Jordan White. They ran a double handoff, and White got the ball coming back the other way on the misdirection, and he's into the end zone for a Palm Springs touchdown.
They do run a reverse, which is effective because it draws that defense to the right, and they reverse it to Jordan White back to the left, and his ball running skills get him into the end zone.
5:40 left to play in the ball game, but Palm Springs gets one. Conversion attempt coming from Mario Cordero. The snap is down. The kick is on the way. It's up and it's good. 5:40 left to play in the ball game. 35-10, but Palm Springs gets one finally here in the 4th.
And right here you see Tiedemann hand the ball off, and it's a quick reverse to Jordan White. He sets up the block and gets outside for the touchdown.
Good exchange that time. Christopher Hessler was the initial ball carrier, but he got the handoff cleanly over to Jordan White. That was a well-executed touchdown for Palm Springs, and you'd have to think the onside kick is inevitable here with inside of 6 minutes to play in the ball game.
No question that they have to onside kick the football right now, though. Rancho Verde has to have that hands team out there, and it's all predicated on the kick. If the kicker can kick the top of the ball and make it hit hard and bounce up high, it'll give the kickoff team an opportunity to get down there and make a play on the football to secure it.
Cordero will try what I imagine will be an onside kick. Of course, reminding you this is just one of 13 football championships being brought to you by Fox Sports West, either on TV or on the web. Here comes the onside kick. No, they just kick it deep, and that's interesting, and it's going to go out of bounds, which will give Rancho Verde pretty good field position, but frankly, I'm just surprised. I would want to try to get the ball back as quickly as possible, regardless of the field position that you would perhaps have to give up. But it'll be Mustang football. They'll place it down at the 35-yard line, and Rancho Verde looking to just run some time off the clock. Gives me a chance, though, to thank everybody involved with this amazing debut of Prep Zone, televising games, live streaming on the internet. The launching of Prep Zone has been an amazing success. It's been an exciting maiden season, and the people that I talked to out around the Southland have really enjoyed watching the contests, and we know that more is to come, and the handoff goes to Rico Green. But this has been great fun, JJ. It's been an absolutely amazing undertaking and successfully handled by some awfully talented people, and this has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, they've truly made it fun. I mean, to get up here and see the game and call the game, especially with you, Paul, it's been fantastic.
Right back at you, JJ. Been a hero of mine for an awfully long time, and it's been a delight sitting in with you. And we'll do it all again tomorrow. We'll be at the San Gabriel Monrovia Mid-Valley Championship game, and here's a handoff going to Lindsay, and Lindsay's run out of bounds after he picks up first down yardage, knocked out of bounds around the 45-yard line.
That play has worked to perfection tonight with Jamion Lindsay this time on the carry. Goes in motion, gets the ball at full speed, and it puts the defense on their heels because they're just starting. And it's been a big game and a big use to Rancho Verde all night long.
Fox Sports West covering 13 games over 2 days on the combination of TV and the web, and we'll have more exciting football for you tomorrow. But Rancho Verde on their way to their first CIF championship in school history, and they give us to Kenny Torrance on that fly sweep, and Torrance is brought down around the 40-yard line. Truitt and Hessler making the tackle, but you cannot diminish the outstanding season from the Palm Springs Indians. They're going to finish 13-1 on the year. They make it to the finals for the second time in 3 seasons. Steve Fabian doing a magnificent job of coaching these kids. But Rancho Verde, I'll tell you, after making it to the final last year and losing a tough one to Colton, they sort of set their sights on getting back to that championship game, and they have handled themselves tremendously tonight. I have been as impressed with the way the Mustangs have played in championship game form as any team I've seen this season. The give is to Green, and Green has stood up in the hole. Kyle Last playing his final game as a Palm Spring Indian, 3-year starter. He's been a magnificent two-way player, number 54.
We talk about Rancho Verde getting to the game last year and not winning it all. I mean, that still lights your fire in the off season, in the summer, leading back to this season, and these guys were still hungry, remembering what happened last year, and you can see they're seizing the moment.
This will be the first home loss for Palm Springs since 2008 when they lost to Colton. This will be a penalty against the Mustangs, and they haven't had very many penalties. They have played a very efficient football game tonight.
And that's what it comes down to. If you can minimize your false starts, your delay of games, and not have any turnovers. I mean, literally, you are a hard team to beat. And that's been the demise of Palm Springs tonight. They've had 3 turnovers. They've had 2 crucial negative plays that really set them back tonight.
The Indians survived 4 turnovers last week in their win over Carter of Rialto. They won 17-13, and the prevailing wisdom was they were not going to be able to survive a similar type of negative plays against Rancho Verde, and it proved to be the case. Handoff right over the right tackle, and it's Green again picking up short yardage. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Last again on the tackle. We're approaching the 2-minute mark, JJ, and I gotta say, this Mustang team, they brought their A game tonight.
They did bring their A game. They came out, they played with emotion, but not overly emotional, because that's when you have the tendency to make those mistakes. They were efficient.